Um, from all the guest introduction, Victor haven't really decided to join which Toastmaster club. And Aaron just joined Toastmaster club and he haven't give his icebreaker speech. For any people who just joined Toastmaster, and the first project is called Icebreaker. Frankly speaking, there are three. Oh my God! Usually, I watch their face. I watch their face when I saw the newcomer's face. Oh my God! Would be what's pathway, and then would be what's icebreaker, and then there are actually 2 or 3 words come after that would be base camp, evaluator, and suggested. So, for example, Aaron, all the things that might kill the newcomers because pathway, icebreaker, before survey, and introduce yourself. Know the basic of the speech. Basically, that's oh my god means kind of kill everybody who joined Toastmaster to learn about public speaking. So that's the purpose of today's training. I will start with icebreaker project, and I will focus on 2 things. What is pathway? We get to know pathway, and then I will also focus about the project analysis. We will know about the 2 objectives. That is about introduce yourself in icebreaker, and also we know the basics of the speech. This workshop will be 18 minutes long and I will record, and you are required to ask me questions almost at the last 2 minutes of the training. But you are okay to unmute yourself if I do make some mistake or you want to talk to me or I ask you for suggestion or I would like to interact with you, you are okay to unmute yourself as well. But the last 2 minutes, I will handle the Q&A session. So far, so good. Okay, so like I mentioned, I don't want to kill any newcomers, but as a senior Toastmaster, second 12th year in Toastmaster, I met 2 major problem for me when I listen to Icebreaker. Oh my God, for me this time would be, oh my God, what kind of speech is that? And also why he forgot things all the time and why he is off topic. So for me, what I would like to say, something very first for anybody who joined Toastmaster. And the first project is Icebreaker. So I need to let you know what is pathway. So I need to actually look at my hands. So for Toastmaster, this way. So for Toastmaster, it's and a pathway. Pathway is the online educational program in Toastmaster. It's just like an online course. So for example, it's like a college, and then we choose our own path. And then Basecamp is the room that record everything for you in Pathway in Toastmaster. So basically, I just simply defined what is Pathway. The Toastmaster educational system. And the Basecamp will be the Zoom that record everything from you in the Basecamp in Toastmaster website. And the Icebreaker is the first project you are going to do in Toastmaster Basecamp. Pathway. So far, so good. So I would like to tell everybody about what I was actually saying. I will need to let you know. Toastmaster website. Toastmaster website, and then we log in. I would like to take you to know what is Pathway and what is Basecamp. Here, I already logged in. So here I already logged in. If you haven't logged in, it will be here. Log in as an ID and member. So for example, Victor or Lance, you are not Toastmaster member, so you cannot log in because you are a paid member. You will get ID account. So for most people, junior Toastmaster or senior Toastmaster, we are paid members, so we can log in the Toastmaster International website. And when we log in, we are going to look at this pathway. So when we're doing the pathway, there are subsets. Now we are going to do Basecamp. So when we do the Basecamp, that means, let me repeat one more time, it's a Zoom to record everything from you in the pathway. And when we click in, let me ask a simple question for Lance or Zoo or Nick or Junior Toastmaster. Do you know how many paths are there in pathway? It's a 5 or 20? Okay, so if you are junior or senior, the answer is 11. Let me compare this as there are 11 departments in the State University of Toastmaster. So I have my own path. So I assume most people here already choose your path. So I am not going to let you know which path it belongs to you, or guess you don't know the path, then you just follow my style. Okay. Now I'm innovative planning and presentation mastery. So when you look in here and then just for this is you have your own path. Let me say one more time. There are 11. So mine is here. So when you are here, this is my base camp. This is my Zoom for record everything in my path. So now I have two. I have these two paths, and then I'm going to do this presentation mastery, and I'm going to do this. This is an online course of Sandy. So I need to open the course first. Otherwise, I couldn't learn this online. So I need to open the curriculum. Then this is my first project, first path, the second path. So here is different level and the progress is 0 because I haven't started. For example, Victor or Aaron or Lance, you just haven't started anything here. Like I said, if you wanted to start, at least you have to know what you are going to do in the system, in the base camp. It's not you imagine that you're going to do this speech. This is icebreaker, introduce yourself, and then 4 to 6 minutes, and then you just do it. No, you actually have to enroll this, and then, for example, this is 0 progress. I will let you know you have to view the details. And when you do the details here, how many projects are here? As you can see, there are not 1, there are not 10, there are 3. So I'm not going to talk about the other 2. I'm going to talk about here, the very first one, icebreaker. And the very first one, icebreaker, you cannot just look at it. You have to activate here, this button. You have to click activate. Like I said, this is online course. You click activate and you will know what's inside. When you know what's inside, then there are 2 most important things for you to do. And then this will take some time to go. So I would like to say, click this. There are 2 most important things and 2 movements I want you to do. It's before survey and after survey. Like I said, I didn't want to drive everyone nuts, but everybody who is a paid member in doing any projects in Basecamp, you have to do this. You have to do this to prove to the Basecamp that you fulfill this project. And let me repeat you one more time. And this required movement for you. The first one is called before survey because I was lagging in, so I need to talk to you at the same time. Okay, so when we log in, let me remind you, we are looking at stuff at the bottom part. We are looking at the stuff at the bottom part here because I'm not going through all the things. You can do this when you are home. But for the smart student, we will just try to know the most important thing here. This part, the triangle. Like I mentioned, any projects, we go to found before survey. Click here, triangle. We found BEFORE. We found this, and we have to do this because the system has a design. You have to assess your ability before you execute the project. For example, Aaron, you haven't delivered this you deliver the project icebreaker, so you might assess yourself. So here, direction, and it means when you are very good means 5. If you're very bad or working on it means 1. So proceeding, and then click. For example, there are totally like 6 to 8 questions. Like Victor or Lance, before doing anything, I'm sure most people are not confident, so could be scored like 1 or 2. And then here, there are a couple questions. Remember, click next. Usually there are like 6 or 7 questions. For example, can you apply the skills outside of Toastmaster? And then the second thing would be today. Peter just finished his skills, but the system has to record what's his improvement. So for Peter, you have to do it almost like today or after today would be this is the same triangle, and then found something that is called after. After will be only you deliver the project and deliver the speech, then you could do this. For example, I couldn't do this because I haven't delivered this icebreaker, so I couldn't do this. But for Peter, you can do this right now. And then click this, same. 5 means you are very good. 1 means you need improvement. But basically, Peter should be, no, I'm confident and calm enough to talk in front of a group of people because that's what his speech. Okay. So excuse me, I put a wrong button actually for you. Don't put this, click this red one next because there are the same 6 questions for you. So when you put assess yourself and then put assess yourself, and then because I didn't really mark that. So when you mark them, there will be a button called submit. So these two actions for you, it's important and it's critical, and it has to do it before survey and after survey. That means this project of your online course is finished by you. Okay. Then there's the third things I would like you to know that I'm going to move on to the second part of the training would be still you have to download something. Here, it's the same triangle. I would like you to know the second the most and also second important things in Toastmasters is here. Your evaluation. You have to know what's in your project, and then you have to click this, and then there are 3 things for you. There are 3 things for you, and then we wanted to download a file into your PC, into your laptop. This one, print my project. So you click this, you will download a PDF file. Its PDF file usually it's from 20 to 30 pages. What kind of project? That means 20 to 30 pages. If you don't read this, actually it will cause a huge problem for your evaluator. For example, Hermione today, if she didn't read this, or Peter didn't read the release, Peter might create a speech that is off the topic, or evaluator have no idea how to give proper suggestion. Okay, so I would like to tell you that when you download this, you could save this. For example, you could save this into your PC and laptop, so you can read and send the file to your evaluator. So for the no more procedure and for any project you are working on in a pathway, you can download this file like 20 to 30 pages, and then as a manner sent to your evaluator. For example, Peter, download this project and send to your evaluator Hermione in advance, so that Hermione they will have time to give you suggestions. So that this is the basic things for any project. Okay, then I would like to say move on to the second part of this part, analysis. Why I said this is analysis is important. Like I mentioned, it will kill both junior Toastmaster people who do the projects, and you will also kill the evaluators at the same time, because the first one didn't read, and the second one, because you didn't read, provide a poor performance, that it was also hard for him or her to give you suggestion. So for this self-learning process, you kind of screw both parties. Okay, so I would like to tell you that it's important to read this, but it was important to release. And then I would like to tell you the tips and skills to read the materials. Please don't say you don't have time. Please don't say you don't have time and convince us you will create a speech that is fulfilling the objectives. For example, what is objective of this icebreaker? I was scrolling, the topic would be here. The project of the icebreaker is to introduce yourself to a club and also know the basic structure of the speech. How many people made a mistake that they create speech, even though they deliver 5 speeches, that was still no structure in it. So this is a fundamental thing. So the goal for everybody to work on icebreaker is to introduce yourself 4 to 6 minutes, and then also build your structure in all the speeches in your Toastmaster life. Don't put everybody in a nightmare by creating a story without structure from this very first speech and to the 5 or 10 projects in your Toastmaster life. Okay, this is important. Then, like I mentioned, before survey here, before survey and after survey, Peter could do this before survey, and after today, Peter could do down his after survey. I couldn't do it. Victor couldn't do it, or Jimmy couldn't do it. No, it only has to be this icebreaker project. Okay, then we move on to how to do this project. Competence means your level, your basic stuff. Are you okay? Are you okay with your goal? We come to Toastmaster to become a better communicator and professional speaker. But if you create a speech without structure, no opening, no body, no conclusion, you could drive everybody nuts and you cannot convince everybody to you are a professional speaker. This is important, right? But the most important thing will be if you don't know how to do it, ask your mentor. Or let's learn from this project, these 20 pages together to know how to do this, okay? Let's learn how to do this. For example, the provide tip, preparation. Remember you're online. It's easy when you are nervous to forget everything on the stage. So when you forget everything, just remember it online. And also, these are techniques you can practice by the Zoom and record yourself. Preparation, practice, reduce your anxiety. When you reduce your anxiety, and then it's easy for you to enjoy yourself. I am not going to kill you, but we are here to learn. So there are tips and strategy from this material. Like I mentioned, the most important thing, I don't know what to do with the structure. No, here at the bottom of this project here will be when you let evaluator to give the evaluation to you. Hermione, if you want to give an evaluation to Peter right now, you might start with, Peter, you are excel a couple points. And then you might to work on the suggestion from Hermione for this icebreaker. And then to challenge yourself to be a better speaker who work on this icebreaker project, I will give you a challenge on this part. You don't talk about Peter's question. You give him question and you give him solution. That's evaluators. Don't tell me, Hermione, you don't release evaluation form and you could give the evaluation positive feedback to Peter. I don't believe so. So it's important to read the material, and it's also important for the icebreaker to send this file to the evaluator. Then let me repeat one more time how to do this, how to do the project. For example, fill in. Peter, what's your point? Reason you for joining Toastmaster? I don't really see your goal, or I don't really see you really open and you keep my audience, keep my interest and stuff or something. And then fill in main point. I don't think there are 3 main points. I think there are only 1 or 2, 1 in your point. So could you talk more about it? And then conclusion. If there's no conclusion, that you kind of like open space and then within time. So I would like to say to close this would be why I create this would be for people who wanted to improve themselves by joining Toastmaster. I know you are very brave and you want to learn something. There are skills, and there are skills in both mentally that prepare from the prepared, and also but also it's important to know the step by step. Like I mentioned one more time, pathway is the educational system, so we need to work with them. Okay, so I would like to say this is enjoyable learning, so I will just share with you about my today's training. So let me turn the power back to today's host. Thank you.
Okay, thank you